Today I am finally drilling the holes through the firewall into the frame. Today is all about the firewall. So I'm going to spend this morning before I take off to work and actually drill the final holes into the frame. And as I mentioned before, this whole car, everything about this car and how it's going to line up is all based off this firewall. And for instance, if you don't lock this down correctly and you do all your door gaps and everything on the body of the car, and then you come back later and you bolt this thing in solid and then you bolt your body back on, nothing's going to line up. And so I've been taking this very cautious, slow approach, mainly because there's just a lot of stuff going on and I want complete focus when I actually work on this thing. And so I've just been kind of taking my time, making sure I'm not forgetting anything or there's something coming down later that I'm forgetting about. But I'm going to actually drill these, align this thing first. As you can see, it's not really aligned. This is decent over here. That's all jacked up. Just because I've been working on other things and things have been slipping, getting these other panels in. But I'm going to get this aligned up, going to get the holes drilled. Now right now I'm just drilling for rivets. And once I look at the pattern of what's on the frame, I might decide to move over to riv nuts, which then I'll just have to ream these holes out a little bit. And that's another thing, like the riv nut, they give you a rivet and a riv nut gun, if you will, a handgun, that will allow you to put all your riv nuts in. But let's say there's 50 holes, 40 holes here. It's a lot of pressure on your hand, and they make automatic ones that I was going to actually buy and then sell, but they're like $500 minimum to get into something like that. So but I will say, like, I've done a few riv nuts already, and it is pretty murder on your hands. So I see there's some home ways of doing it with just a bolt and some things, and you could maybe just use a socket on your electric gun and make it go through. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, so I'm just going to take it in stages. So at least I'm going to get the holes in. That way I can put my clecos in, hold everything really tight. Then I can start dropping my engine in, do what I need to do, start running my brake lines, things like that, get the exhaust going. So I'm just going to take it in stages, take it at a time. But the other thing I want to do is clean up some of this stuff. So this is still, raw edges, and now that I've sanded a lot of aluminum, now I know kind of how I want to approach this to keep it clean. That's another reason I did this one last, because I know this is the show piece of the car. And so I wanted to kind of get my bearings with all the other stuff that I'm working on, and then take that knowledge and bring it to this and kind of do it last so I don't screw it up. So that's what we're doing.
it's finally happened. We got everything drilled in. There's a few holes where I'm going to have to get some special, you know, either long bits or angle drill to get into. I think there's only 2 because of the bars. But besides that, everything's great. And these Clecos, man, these things they are awesome. I mean, they are solid. So this is coming along. I know it's been a long time coming. There's plenty of videos where I'm like, hey, I'm going to drill the firewall today. And it didn't happen. I just got, you know, scared. Like I said, this is the most important part of the whole car, and I just wanted to make sure it was done right. So I still might go with the riv nuts, but at least we're halfway through the process. And I'm really excited at this point. So appreciate you watching, and have a great day. We'll see you on the flip side.